According to the Sefer, the book that was authored by Rabbi Aaron Yehoshua Pessin, called Taiku. It's a compilation of all the Taikus, the unresolved questions that result in Taiku in Shas. The 149th Taiku in Talmud Bavli is found in Bava Metzia, Tractate Bava Metzia, Daf 91b, 23rd line from the top of the Amud and the fifth word into the line. It is a daf that belongs to the 51st day of the moon, meaning 51 days after Rosh Chodesh Nisan in 5784, which is the 21st day of Iyar, and it's the 257th day of the moon if you count from Tishrei. 257th day of the year, counting from Tishrei, and it is in the year 5784, and it is also the 150th day of the sun, meaning if you count from January in 2024. And so May 29th, Wednesday, May 29th, it's the 150th day of the year, counting from January. And that is when this daf of 91, Bava Metzia 91 in Daf Yomi occurred on this day, and this is where the 149th Taiku is, and it's on Bava Metzia 91b. The Mishnah teaches that Rabbi Yossi, the son of Rabbi Yehuda, says, a laborer may not eat unless he performs labor with his hands and with his feet. We're talking about collecting the either the peah, or the fruit that dropped on the ground, and the sugya, the subject of allowing the animals to eat whatever is there while they're threshing. So again, I'll start over. The Mishnah teaches that Rabbi Yossi, the son of Rabbi Yehuda, says a laborer may not eat unless he performs their work with his hands and with his feet. The Gemara asks, what is the reasoning of Rabbi Yossi, the son of Rabbi Yehuda? The Gemara explains, this halacha is like that of a threshing ox. Just as one is not required to let an ox feed unless it is performing labor with its hands and with its feet, as it uses all four of its legs to thresh, so too a laborer is not entitled to eat unless he is performing labor with his hands and with his feet. Okay, here's where the taiku happens. But with regard to a similar issue, Rabba bar Rav Huna raised a dilemma. If one threshed with geese and chickens, I'm not sure how that would work, but let's just say theoretically they threshed with geese and chickens rather than four-legged animals. I don't even know if that would be technically, they're very light. I don't know if that threshing would really help, but let's just say theoretically they did. If you threshed with geese and chickens rather than four-legged animals, what is the halacha according to the opinion of Rabbi Yossi, son of Rabbi Yehuda? The Gemara clarifies the sides of the dilemma. Do we require threshing with all of its force, and for this reason that an ox must thresh with all four of its legs, and that condition is fulfilled here, as these birds perform labor with all their strength, or perhaps we require that the animal must actually perform labor with its hand and with its feet, in other words, with all four legs, and this is not the case here. Well, it's hard to measure how much the full force of a chicken is anyway. How would you tell if it's threshing with its full force? Is there some sort of measurement device to measure how much force they're putting on it? But it seems like a moot point anyway, because people wouldn't thresh. It would be highly impractical to thresh with chickens or geese. These are not animals that you would thresh with. And they're asking if you would require them to thresh with all four in order for them to eat the little bit that they would eat. It's almost like a moot point, almost like it would never happen, but just theoretically, what would it be? So the answer is Taiku, and this is the 149th Taiku in Talmud Bavli. Now, I don't know what the practicality of it is, but conceptually, this project came about because Taikus are the idea is that the each one becomes answered when Mashiach comes, and perhaps there's deeper meanings in the question itself. Chickens and geese, treading, just the fact that we're thinking about this idea. Maybe there's something deeper and symbolic behind it. But that is the 149th Taiku.